Okay, so I know that I am posting this outside of my typical posting schedule, but my guides have been urging me all day to get on and share this message with someone who needs to hear it. I'm also feeling that this reading is going to be very specific to a certain group of people, so only take these messages if they are connecting for you. Of course, personally and intuitively. But specifically, I feel that I'm speaking to a divine feminine here, someone who resonates more with their divine feminine energy. For this divine feminine, there is a masculine that you are in a very complex situation with at the moment because you have triggered this masculine matrix programming, is what my guides are saying, and yet they're feeling very inexplicably drawn to you. So, the complexity with this person is they are feeling very intrigued by you. They are feeling extremely drawn to you. Those words drawn to you just keep repeating, kind of on a refrain in my mind as I channel into this situation. And yet, it's almost as though they are simultaneously extremely drawn to you and extremely intimidated by you. The thing about this person is they can't seem to stay away from you. They can't seem to help themselves from wanting to get closer to you, or to be around you, or to stay connected with you in the physical world. But at the same time, they have felt extremely triggered. Meaning, when I say the word triggered, I mean this is someone with certain conventional ideas, belief systems, almost like these walls that go up, right? And I'm getting that you touch some kind of a wire here. A nerve, in a sense, within this person that is actually this matrix programming. The triggering of that programming has caused this person, at times, to seem to shut down or pull away. And when this occurs, I'm getting that on your end, you might feel a kind of hurt or rejection by this person. But there's also this element of confusion because there is this sense of mystery around your connection that you're both feeling on both sides. So, on your side, you are most likely wondering, why am I feeling drawn to this masculine? Why am I wanting to have these conversations or interactions with them or get to know them? Something about it doesn't make sense to you. I saw a white rabbit, and of course that really connects me in with the idea of Alice in Wonderland and chasing a rabbit down a rabbit hole. And maybe getting to know you makes this person feel like they're going down some kind of rabbit hole, but really, this is a rabbit hole leading them to this huge new world that they weren't even aware of, this entirely different dimensional space, in a sense. But this person doesn't realize that consciously yet. I'm just getting the sense of them being mesmerized by you, wanting to follow you, meaning wanting to pursue you, wanting to get to know you, but just like you are confused as to why you are feeling drawn to this person. Which, by the way, I'm sensing this as someone who breaks some of your rules. Now, when I say they break your rules, what I mean is I feel that you have certain high levels of standards for connection. You're someone who has a very small inner circle of people, and connecting with you is a very rare experience. It's an honor to connect with you, and it's an honor that isn't bestowed upon many individuals. I'm getting that you actually have many people who are vying for your time, vying for your conversation, for your attention. I don't know if this is platonically in the workplace, maybe, because of something that you're creating or doing, but you have a lot of people who would love to connect with you and who would love to have some of your time, some of your energy, some of your conversation. And yet, you're giving quite a bit of this time and energy to this specific masculine, who from one perspective doesn't really seem to be appreciating it fully or getting it in a sense. Again, you may have even felt a rejection from this person. But the thing is, you are intuitively guided. So when someone wants your time or energy but you are feeling some kind of misalignment, you listen to those feelings of guidance. And even if, on the surface, all of the indicators are there, they are checking all of the boxes, If something in your soul is telling you it's not the time or place to connect with that person, you will refrain from connecting with them. But the opposite is also true. So, in the case of this person, this masculine coming up here, this is someone who is almost the opposite. It's like everything about the appearance of this connection, the way the two of you seem to relate, it would appear to others as though there's no purpose in continuing this. There's no purpose in giving them your time and energy. And yet, you feel this pull in your soul. You feel like there is a reason you are meant to be speaking to them. You are meant to be connecting with them. Now, one message coming up from someone's guides, I can already tell we're going to pick up many different kinds of angles of this different threads of energy. So hopefully all together, this provides some kind of clarity or guidance for you. But one thing that's happening here that you need to be aware of is you are working with this masculine's higher self and a futuristic version of themselves, existing on a different timeline. This happens very often for you, by the way. Very often when you feel guided to say something to someone or to do something for someone or to connect with someone in some way, they are not able to, in the 3D, fully receive that gift in the moment. But it plants a seed with them, and that seed, although it's invisible, although from a 3D perspective, it may have looked as though they shut you out, pushed you away, or rejected the gift of you, that seed is planted. And over the course of time, it takes root within them and begins to work through some of their programming to soften their energy, in a sense, to break down some of the walls and barriers and fears that they've been holding within themselves. But it's this very slow unraveling effect. So, for your human self interacting in this way, it can be very confusing because you are someone who is very intuitively guided. But oftentimes where your intuition leads you doesn't make sense in the moment because it's meant to plant a seed that is going to have a kind of impact on a futuristic timeline. And that is part of what is happening with this person. You have planted a seed with them. You are causing them to begin to trigger some of their limiting belief systems that I'm referring to as this matrix programming, which essentially the matrix is just a system of limiting belief systems. Subconsciously ingrained programs that we are taught by society and that we continue to perpetuate, run, and pass down on our own. But you are someone who's broken free from all of that. And I'm hearing you can tell when this programming gets triggered because someone will begin to act very different. All of the sudden, they get cold or distant or shut down. You have a very triggering effect on the matrix programming with other people, because your very existence defies that programming. Something about the way that you live your life, the way that you show up in the world, maybe it's something very specific about you or your life, or maybe it's just you in your entirety you, in a general sense. But there's something about you here that goes directly against the matrix, in a sense, that you cannot be defined or contained or even understood through the lens of that matrix programming. You are living a kind of freedom, abundance, joy, and connection to the divine, to your inner self, and to other people that simply cannot be understood or perceived from that limiting perspective of the matrix. Because this person is so drawn to you, they are, on some level, desperate to perceive you, understand you, and be around you physically. Of course, it's really a spiritual pull here, but they don't realize that they feel it as a physical pull. It's almost like you are that rabbit they are chasing, leading them down the rabbit hole. You are meant to open them up to this brand new dimension. On some level, they've been asking for this, desiring this change, and trying to manifest this on some kind of soul level. But it's almost like they're also afraid from a human level of the very thing that their soul is manifesting and calling in. This is leading to a lot of strangeness in your physical connection with this person, where they can't seem to get enough of you. You will notice this person will always show back up in your reality, even if there are spaces in conversations or moments where things feel off. They will keep coming back for more. They can't help it because they feel so magnetically drawn to your energy. At the same time, you will also notice that sometimes, in a conversation, this person will suddenly start to go cold or shut down. In those moments, you've triggered some point of matrix programming within them. Ultimately, the way in which you are triggering them is meant to have a deconstructing effect on that programming. I want to go deeper into what this person is thinking and feeling here towards you. I'm seeing glasses. Someone might wear glasses here. I'm getting the letters TREOY, V. These might be letters in someone's name. This is someone who is being kept unconsciously stuck by their matrix programming. It's keeping them very stagnant, with the Hanged Man reversed and the World card reversed. It's almost like there is a psychic or mental block. I just saw the number 333. This block within this person has been causing them to feel as though they've not been living up to their full potential. They don't realize this is because of their own negative patterns. I almost feel as though this person asked the universe, although they might not consciously believe in the concept of the divine or spiritual things, but at some level of their being, they requested to find a sense of fulfillment in their life that they haven't yet found. In response, the universe sent them you. This person requested to find true fulfillment in their life, and you were sent to help them find that fulfillment by triggering the deconstruction of the psychic blocks and matrix programming that have been subconsciously and unconsciously limiting and restricting them from their potential. That is part of why you felt so drawn to them. It's the call of your higher self. Your higher self knows you were sent into this person's life for a reason, that you have something to give them and offer them, something they manifested and are meant to receive. Interestingly, how else does this person perceive you? Strength. I'm hearing divine strength. They see you as someone incredibly connected to the divine, but also someone with strength and power over them, power of influence. They feel as though you have a hold over them energetically. I'm hearing, did you cast a spell on me? This person might even be a little intimidated or afraid of your power when it comes to energy and manifestation. Even though they don't consciously believe in those things, they know you do. Now, you have this really strong energetic hold over them, a kind of power of influence. I'm seeing the number 8, which could also symbolize infinity. There's something fiery about your energy. Maybe someone is a fire sign. But they also feel as though there's something about a flame. You can feel it, sense its warmth, but you can't capture it. They feel something coming off of you, like the warmth of a flame. They can sense your energy, but they can't grasp it or consciously define or understand it. This feeling specifically gives them a warm, fuzzy feeling, whether it's when they see a message from you, hear your voice, or see you in person. They feel the warmth of your energy, but can't consciously grab hold of your essence. Now, what else do they feel about you? The Page of Swords. They're holding something back. What stands out to me is this person holding the sword, wielding it, but holding it back. The Page of Swords often represents curiosity and intrigue, paired with patience and guardedness. This person might come off as a bit unconcerned or cold at times, especially when their matrix programming is triggered. They're holding something back. What is it? What is this guarded masculine energy withholding back? 9 of Swords reversed. It's like they see you as this light at the end of the tunnel. Part of what they're holding back is how dark of a time they feel they've gone through, especially prior to meeting, connecting, or reconnecting with you. This is someone who, I feel, was very consciously in the dark, meaning they felt very alone. I keep getting the word alone. This might be someone who tries to present as though they are very social or do a lot of things with other people because they want you to perceive them as happy and socially connected. But what this person has held back is that they've actually been feeling really alone. They felt very in the dark in their life, and that's part of why their soul requested this connection with you, because, quite literally, they were feeling hopeless. They want you to think they have it all figured out because that's how they want to be perceived by you. But actually, they were feeling really uninspired and stuck in a monotonous cycle. I keep getting that they were trying to present something in the physical world that was very opposite of what they were really feeling beneath the surface. It's almost like this is someone who may have tried to present as if they were really inspired, passionate, or successful, or again, socially connected. But what they were holding back is that, deep down, prior to meeting or connecting with you, they were actually feeling really disconnected, really alone, and caught in some kind of monotonous cycle, not really feeling inspired by their life. But they don't want you to see them that way. They were drawn to you because you are someone who is genuinely passionate, inspired, and deeply connected. Even though you're often seen alone, I'm not sure why, but I'm getting that you're often seen alone. Maybe you often do things by yourself. You kind of have this lone wolf energy, but you're deeply connected. You might move around the planet a lot, appearing to be alone, but you are so deeply connected to the collective whole and to the divine that you're never really alone on a deeper level. It's almost like it's the opposite for this person. This is someone who is often seen with people around them, but within themselves they feel deeply disconnected and alone. So it's almost like they were so drawn to you because you are the embodiment of all these things they want to be and want you to think they already are, but that they pretend to be, while not truly embodying. The reason they don't embody these things is because of these limiting mind patterns and programs that we're referring to as the matrix here, which have been presenting psychic blockages to them, really unlocking their highest potential. And that is why they manifested you into their life. Wow, very powerful messages are coming through. I feel this person has so much more to say. There's something else they've been holding back with the Six of Swords and the Two of Cups. Part of what this person has been holding back is that you're the first positive thing that's come into their life in a long time, the first exciting thing. If this is a romantic relationship, I just have to mention this might be the kind of person who pretends they have a lot of dating options or a lot of people they're connecting with or meeting, when really they've been so disinterested in dating for a long time. They've not had much luck romantically because they've felt apathetic, because they've not really felt truly interested in anyone until encountering you. Now they can't even explain it to themselves, they can't grasp it, but they can feel it. They can feel the energy, and they've never had the experience of feeling someone's energy as powerfully as they're feeling yours. Again, this is someone who doesn't even really believe in the idea of energy. But like that flame, they can't grasp you, but they can feel your warmth. That is such a theme coming through this reading. Another thing they haven't shared with you is that with the Six of Swords in the upright position, this is someone who sees you both as an escape or a relief from something, maybe from the mundane reality of their life, their own apathy, or their lack of passion. This is also someone who feels deeply healed by your energy. I'm seeing this pool of water, and it's reminding me of those ancient pools of water that the injured and sick used to visit to receive healing. It's almost like part of why they keep returning to you is that you are like that pool of healing water, and they are secretly injured, meaning there's some kind of wound they've been holding back or being secretive about, energetically or emotionally. Being around you is healing that wound. Up here, I'm hearing family not understanding their true nature or being very different from them. This may have been a masculine who incarnated into a family or a group in the physical 3D world that was actually very different from their true nature, and so they kind of learned to repress and to shove down that nature. But you are similar to their nature, so you bring this out of them. But again, it's like their ego self is afraid of that. They're not sure how to trust it here, and that's really putting them at some kind of crossroads with the Two of Swords. This person is feeling torn between who their mind thinks that they are and wants you to think that they are, and who their soul really wants to be and how their soul really wants to express in the physical 3D world. But ultimately, I have to say, because I know that some of you are going to be asking which way they're going to choose, of course, we can only read futuristic timeline potentials because nothing is set in stone. We have the ability to align with an unlimited number of different timeline potentials based on how we shift our energy in the moment. I see the most likely futuristic timeline potential is that they are going to triumph over this spiritually. They are going to allow their soul to lead here with the Six of Wands in the upright position. Yeah, there's going to be some kind of compromise. If there has been a disagreement or an argument or some strange energy as a result of them being conflicted in this way, then I see that really easing up. I see, again, I'm hearing it's a visible soul victory as well. So, they're going to visibly say something. I'm hearing there will be a sign of confirmation in something that they say, do or show you that is going to confirm to you that they are allowing their sensitive nature, their true nature, to shine through, and that soul aspect of themselves to lead here. With the Queen of Cups also, not only is the Queen of Cups representing their inner sensitive nature, but it's also connecting with you and your general energy as well. You, being this deeply empathic, feeling, sincere kind of individual, they sense that's the warmth that they feel from you, like the warmth coming off that flame. They sense your nurturing essence and energy, but it's also connecting them with that internal sensitivity within themselves as well. And again, to kind of bring things full circle, it's like you are that rabbit that they are pursuing down the rabbit hole, which is their own spiritual awakening journey. I hope something from this reading has been helpful or beneficial to you. I am sending you all huge waves of love and light energy today. Have a beautiful remainder of your day, and I will connect with you here again in the next reading.